Hello everybody, welcome back to Minecraft. On the PC I am Sov, but you already knew that. Thank you guys so much for coming back and watching another video. This one in its entirety is going to be just one long montage video. So, as you guys know, I tend to do a lot of work off camera, a lot, and most of the time it's usually things involving terraforming. As you know, I tend to try to use the landscape a lot for my builds, make my builds flow with it. But then again, there are, of course, those times when, you need to affect the landscape a little bit. You need to change it to your whims. So that's pretty much what this video is. I am going to be doing some building, but it's primarily terraforming. You guys can kind of see what I'm doing. And really, I'm going to be, since this is post-commentary, what I'm going to be doing is kind of doing a little bit of sharing your comments, and replying to them in the video, even though I most likely reply to them on YouTube anyway. It's just fun for me and you, as I know, for you to hear me mention your comments on a video and, of course, say your name. So I want to do that, as well as kind of share with you my thoughts, on what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Now, when it comes to what I'm currently doing here, it's pretty simple. I'm just trying to flatten it out a little bit, get it build ready. I'm not totally sure what I'm going to be doing in this particular location, but yeah, I'm going to flatten it out, get it kind of build ready, figure out what I'm going to want to do with this in the future. Again, I'm not too sure. By the way, you guys, those of you who don't know, if you're perhaps newer to the channel or something, I'm using the replay mod for this. I would definitely suggest you look up some tutorials on how to use the mod, and how to install it on your computer and everything, because honestly, it's so confusing for me. I have to watch tutorial videos too, so I'm not going to link anything. Just go watch tutorials. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm too new at this stuff, man. But anyway, yeah, let's get into it. So, in a previous episode, and he is still there, by the way, our friend Buck. He is a baby zombie, and he has been hanging out on a 1x1 block space on a ledge over to the right of your screen, as you can see it at this point, near the produce over there, far back. And I don't know, he never despawned, and he was holding an egg, and I just thought it looked really interesting. So I named him Buck. And I asked you guys to give me a backstory, or as I called it, a buck story, So a little backstory for Buck, a buck story. And, let me know why he's here. Why is he holding that egg? Why is he, why is he just a kid still? And why is he so angry? Why does he want to kill me? I don't know. Let's figure that out. So I asked you guys to do that for me. So, and a lot of you didn't participate, but a lot of you did too. And it was a lot of fun reading through. So I said I would mention whose story was my favorite in this video, and I'm going to. But I do want to say really quickly that I was kind of surprised, and if I'm honest, a little disappointed at how similar all of your stories were, and then I really wanted you guys to dig deep for this, and just really give me a cool and interesting story. Some of you did, but most of you gave me a very, very short kind of, explanation. I wouldn't even really call it much of a story, and this is not to be mean. I just really wanted you to dig deep and give me like a full-on backstory, but a lot of you gave me like a 1 or 2 sentence kind of backstory, which again is not really much of a story, so I was hoping to get more. But again, I still enjoyed reading them very much, so I'm going to read the different stories to you. So the first one that we've got here on that particular video, this one's by Dom, WPC. Dom and me often, speak in comments, and as well as on Twitter too. He's one of my more active fans, so thank you, Dom. I much appreciate it, dude. So Dom says, "My Buck story. Buck was a child working in a graphite mine. The owner of the mine did not care about the workers' conditions, so when a landslide blocked the mine entrance, the workers were left to starve. After searching long and hard," that's what she said, "Buck found an opening." He didn't say that's what she said, by the way. I just inserted that in there myself. That's also what he said. Buck found an opening of a chasm. Being as small as he is, he managed to fit through the gap with ease, but got stuck at the top. He could not move at all, but as starving as he was, he needed food. At the top of the chasm there were loads of chicken nests, so day by day he began eating the raw eggs and drinking rainwater that had collected at the side of the chasm. He then did this for 4 months, until a contractor working to build a barn house spotted him and used his tools to break Buck free from the chasm. Now, this was one of my more favorite stories here, because he went, far into it. He gave me a lot of details. He went into an actual story here, and I really, really enjoyed that a lot, actually. That was very, very fun for me to read, and so I really enjoyed that, dude. Thank you very much, Dom. And yeah, this is one of my favorite stories because, as I said, a lot of the stories I read were very, very similar. And his was one of the few who really weren't too similar. There were some things that were the same, like eating chicken eggs, stuff like that. But all in all, his story was different from the others. And so I really, really liked that one. So thank you for the story, Dom. Much appreciated, dude. Let's see. Then, next we have Trippy Nick. Trippy Nick says, Buck was in school, and since he was small and green, he would be bullied by the normal kids there. So one day he took an egg and killed his bullies with it. But when he got home, his parents were dead, and ever since Buck has been trying to find the murderer. Now again, interesting story, and by the way, a lot of these stories have a very sad and dark overtone to them. I don't know, you guys really went dark with it, but that's alright. Again, I wanted you to be creative and make it interesting, and you did. Now, Nick, for your particular story, dude, there were some things missing that I really wanted to hear. Like how did he kill them with the egg? It's an egg, so you'd think it'd be smushed, right? How was it that he was able to do that? And then, why were his parents dead? What happened to them? Who killed them? I wanted to see more details like that, But again, Nick, I enjoyed your story. Thank you so much for participating, dude. Okay. Katie Grant. Ms. Grant says, okay, I have a Buck story. What if he was separated from his parents and was raised by chickens? His chicken parents had sadly been slaughtered by humans. Now, Buck wants to get revenge and kill all humans. And all he has left to remember his chicken parents is a sad little egg. By the way, love the barn and windmill. I think that it would be a cool idea to raise the island. Okay, love you. And I love you too, Katie. Thank you very much, my dear. And actually, she had mentioned the island because that was when I had asked you guys if you wanted me to raise the island. And of course, you guys have seen since then that, yes, I did indeed raise that island way up there and make it a much bigger mushroom kind of area. Yeah, so in the video, you see we're still working on this, man. Still working, flattening it out, getting all that stone out of there. I want it to all be grass. And this video's a little under 50 minutes, so it's about 46, almost 47 minutes long. And in this video is somewhere between 15 to 18 hours of work. And I just, went ahead and reduced it to a delicious reduction sauce, of sovereign quickliness. I don't know what I'm saying. It don't matter though. But so yeah, just know that this was over the course of several days. Me just sitting here, just hammering away at it, 15 to 18 hours of work, into all of this right here. And so I hope you enjoy, and I hope you enjoy the the camera angles I try to do too. I thought it was pretty interesting the way I did some of these. So moving on now, guys. Alright, so Miss Katie, by the way, her story is also, one of my very favorites. I still would have wanted a little more, a little more to it, a little more detail. It's a backstory. It shouldn't be too short, guys. But, again, that's totally cool. We had fun, and I really, really loved that you participated. Those of you that did, man, but whatever, it's fine. I know that none of you feel like, not all of you feel like writing a long, comment, so I just really enjoyed those of you who did. You know what? Here we go. Zoom Envy. Now you have your comment split, your backstory split into like 4 different comments. So I'm gonna try to read them in the correct order. His first comment says, Sav, please read all 3 parts of my version of Buck's backstory. By far the longest comment I've ever done. So thank you for the long comment, Zoom. It's funny, too, because a lot of you, I don't know, a lot of you have told me that my videos are the first time that you've ever really written a comment as long as you have. And, I'm really glad to hear that, though. That's telling me that I'm making you, think and want to say something. And you know what? That's exactly what I wanted to do here. So, yeah. This part of the video now, we're doing some, more work on the house, more detailing and stuff like that. I didn't do a whole lot. I didn't do, too much. But I do have the house basically finished. There might still be, a few more things I want to do to the outside of it to make it look a little more finely detailed. I don't really know yet because I'm not sure what I want to do. But you don't see it all in this video. But at this point in time, the house interior is totally finished, and I'm really, really happy with the way it came out. I think it looks, really cool. This is by far, the most impressive house I've ever made. And I know it's still not that impressive comparatively to a lot of other YouTubers' builds, but I'm really happy with it. For what I am capable of being able to do, you know what? That's pretty impressive. So, anyway, back to Zoom Envy. So, alright, Buck's backstory, he says, Buck was born in a land far away from Sov, but Buck was out and about and got lost in the forest, so he found a chicken, and that chicken became his best friend. He rode Buck all the way to Sov land, and when Sov was out hunting for food while Buck was bathing, and his best friend the chicken was murdered, and Sov ran after the baby zombie. He picked up the only remaining thing. See, his comments split up, so it's hard to keep track, So after Sov ran, the baby zombie picked up the only remaining thing of his friend. Then he found Sov and followed him. Then he was stuck on the block after the fall and watched Sov clear the landscape. So now here he is with the name Buck on a 1x1 block space with a backstory. Yeah. I liked your story again. It started out really good and strong. You had a nice backstory where he was born, how he got to me, and I really like that too, because not too many people did that, like how he came to be where he was, But it was hard to follow, honestly. It jumped around a little bit, but, I still enjoyed it. So thank you so much for participating, Zoom. I love it. Take a quick swig of my coffee here. Y'all know I have to do that. Okay. So now... Hernan Luna, one of my other very active fans. Hernan's always commenting, and I really love that, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you, but it's great when I learn the names of those of you who comment, very, very frequently. I don't know, it just makes it a lot more fun. You know how it is. So Hernan Luna says, my backstory for Buck is he used to live off of chicken eggs. Then one day someone burned his house and chicken coop that he owned, so he managed to save one egg. Now he waits patiently for that egg to hatch so he can start another chicken farm. That's my backstory for Buck. Hope you all like it. I did like it, because it made pretty good sense too, but again, not enough detail, give me more. But I don't know, it was still a good story, Hernan. Thank you very much. And I hope none of you are taking, what I'm saying as an insult, because I'm not in any way trying to tell you that your stories weren't good. No, not at all. I enjoyed all of them a lot. So, just thank you so much, you guys. And you will notice in the video, there's some parts where the camera kind of hangs out and you don't really see much happening. Usually that was because that was the time when I had to, run back down to my storage and, get a few items and some other stuff so I can, continue to go do the projects I'm working on. So, if you see that, that's because I'm getting something and, had to come back over to continue to do work. So, sorry about those, small parts where it really just kind of sits there with nothing, but I don't know. I still don't think it's too bad. So, moving on. Lorraine P. I love Lorraine. Lorraine, again, a very active fan, comments on nearly every video, and we also communicate a lot on the Twitter. And, it's really cool, too, because I remember when she first found my channel, and commented, and I replied. She was really happy I replied back, and it wasn't just a stupid one, little, oh, thank you kind of comment. I hate when, bigger YouTubers do that. I mean, it's great they took the time to reply back to you, but I don't know. I mean, if I take the time to reply back to you, unless your sentence or what you say doesn't really offer me the chance to say more than thank you, or cool or okay, then I will say more than that. Again, some of you leave comments where there's really not much more for me to say, but, I like to really talk to you. And so, yeah, we began to talk, and she's a really sweet lady. I don't want to say lady. That makes her sound old. I don't think she's old. She's a very sweet woman. And, what's really cool is on Twitter a lot. She'll post pictures on Twitter and tag me in them, of her and her son, a very young son, sitting there watching my videos. It's really cool. It's very meta. I'm watching her and her son watch me on Twitter, or on YouTube on Twitter. So I'm seeing me in a video. It's really cool, though. I really appreciate that. I love that, I don't know, it's like my videos are a bonding time for them. And her son really loves my videos, and thank you so much. Thank you. But, I just want to take a moment to let Lorraine know how much I really appreciate that, because it's so neat to, see her and her family sitting there watching, my videos and enjoying it. I love that. Thank you, Lorraine. Lorraine's story. Now, I really liked hers too, and it's primarily because it was so different, from everyone else's story. There were almost no similarities between this and other people's stories, and no one else has, given me a story that was in any way similar to hers too. So, hers is: George R.R. Martin may have given us the tales of Dunk and Egg, but we have gone one better. The tales of Buck and Egg. Determined to prove his worth to his elder zombie brethren, Buck set out on a quest to claim the fabled end dragon egg to lay at the feet of the zombie king under the mountain. Armed with nothing more than a mystical chicken egg and a wicked left hook, Buck has landed in the world where the people worship the saw of God. How will he fare in this land? Will he ever figure out how to escape his niche on the cliffside? Stay tuned. Man, I got to say, this was my favorite story, you guys. Now, a couple of yours were, some of my favorites, but Lorraine, you have my favorite story. And this is not special treatment because, she communicates with me a lot and she's very active, and, she does those things on Twitter that I told you about. No, nothing like that. Just because, her story had a lot of good background to it, and she had a lot of detail too, and I don't know, I could just, she paints a picture with her story really good, and that's super important, when you're telling a story and people can't see it with their eyes, you have to paint a picture, let them see what you're talking about in their head, and she did a really, really good job on that, so thank you, Lorraine. Amber2958 says, his parents were killed by giant chickens, and that egg is the giant chicken's baby. He's waiting for it to hatch to avenge his parents. Now, again, a good story. I like it. Very, very similar to all the others. I was hoping for a little more creativity from you guys. But very short. Very short. Amber, I like your story, girl. I would have liked to see a little more, though. A little more. Give me some more details, guys. I like the deets. Which you should know. How much I can talk and just keep going. Me, I like to talk with the deets. Okay. Cool, let's see here. Real quick, I just want to... Now, I always tell you guys, I don't do shoutouts, and I really don't. I don't just do random shoutouts for no reason, but for this particular video, as you know, I'm doing all post-comment. I'm sharing, you guys with you guys. So, I want to just say real quick, give a shout to... Oh, in that, I hate that you can see through the world right there. I'm sorry about that, you guys. I don't know why that happens, but it's annoying and it looks freaking terrible. But yeah, so Chris the Bomb 123. Hey man, just gotta holler at you, dude. He says, I left a like. Nice build, my dude. Chris is always, leaving likes on my videos like clockwork. Me and him are also, talking on Twitter too all the time. And, just Chris has been here for a long time now. And I know he's a fan, and he's a very active fan too. And, he's one of those good kids, man. And Chris, happy belated birthday to you, my man. I want to, I'm not totally sure if I'm remembering this correctly, but I believe you either said you turned 15 or 16, but I believe it was 15. Yeah, it was 15, I'm pretty sure. And so, Chris, happy birthday, bro. big 1.5, man. You're going to be driving soon, dude. You'll be cruising, man. So, Chris, thanks a lot, buddy. Happy birthday, my dude. You take care, man. Let's see here. Xavier Hyde. Xavier Hyde. He says, Buck's parents were killed in a fire. Same with his pet chicken. So the egg he is holding is the only thing he has to remember his family. Dude, you know, again, another good story, man. You know, but again, very, very similar to all the other ones. I don't know. It's just crazy how you guys all kind of thought the same thing, you know. Let's see here. Looks like that is all for the Buck stories. But yeah, I wanted you guys to know the stories, and I wanted, you know, to let you kind of hear them. I mean, you know, you can see them on the video comments, of course, but I wanted to let you hear me say them, you know. Also, guys, the last couple days or so, the amount of subscribers that we've been getting per day in the last 2 days has been, like, more than double, you know, what we were just getting previous to these, you know, past couple days. So yeah, that's great. Thank you so much. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the family, you guys. I think you're going to enjoy it here. Everybody's really nice, and as long as we stay nice, that's all I care, man. Alright, so as you can see here, I'm finally making that set of stairs. Oh man, it was killing me. We had, you know, no real good way to get up there, and, you know, this wall looked so, you know, man-made and just fake and chiseled out. So, yeah, I spent, I don't know, maybe a good 45 to an hour, you know, kind of going through and sculpting out, you know, a nice little addition to our mountain here, so we could do a staircase up, and I think it came out actually really, really good. So, you know, I'm super happy with it. It looks nice and natural. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm so glad to finally have, you know, proper set of stairs, and it really adds a lot to this world's building too. You know, it's a build that adds so much. I don't know, it looks good. It fits in there. You know, I hope you guys agree with me too. I think it looks fantastic though. But I mean, you know, of course I'm biased. I built it, so, you know, I mean, why wouldn't I say that, right? But I do. I like it very much. So, all right. You know what? Let's see here. Let's do some more comments. Let me go to another video. Let's see. What have we got going on now? Oh, and you know what? Let me get into my drawer really quick. Pardon the squeaking. It's not a fart, I promise. It's my drawer on my desk. So, you know, really quick, I want to give a shout also to two people. Dershawn Thompson. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, dude. If it's Dershawn, let me know. But, you know, I think it's Dershawn. So, Dershawn Thompson and Coolest Gamers 1314. You know, a little while back on a video in the comments, I remember seeing a comment from someone, you know, saying, I'm new. You know, I just subscribed. I'm new to the channel. You know, really enjoying it. I like it a lot. And these two both commented back to this new person and were extremely warm and welcoming. And you know what? That's exactly what we're about here. So I was all too happy, you know, to see that comment. And I did let them know how much that meant to me, too, on that video comment. You know, it's just, dude, that is what our channel's about, man. You know, I know a lot of you, like, you know, you're here for me and you're here for my videos, you know, and you comment to talk to me. But I just love when you guys talk to each other. You know, and of course, not to insult one another. I mean to actually, like, you know, have a conversation. Which doesn't seem to happen as often as I'd like it to. I mean, you know, it happens a little bit, but I don't know. I mean, you know, I'd like to have it happen more, you guys, you know. But these two, Coolest Gamers 1314 and Dershawn Thompson, you know, these two welcomed this person, you know, with open arms. And they were so cool and so nice about it, you know. And I believe even the person, you know, that they were replying to commented back, you know, and thanked them and was talking about how nice everyone in the channel was. So that is cool, guys. Good on you. Thank you so much for, you know, giving somebody that proper impression of us in the channel. That is what it is all about. You know, we're here for that, man. So yeah, we made a fence here. You know, finally, it's not just open, barren path, you know, or grass. I made pathways, you know, a little fence, and man, we needed some new color too. So yeah, I was like, you know, let's go with some acacia wood. Because, you know, we had all kinds of different brown colors. You know, I mean, it's very monotone, the palette we used around here. And, you know, honestly, it matches a lot better than I thought it would. I think it looks really good, and the paths look great, too. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it looks great, you know. I hope you guys like it, too. Yeah. And so, yeah, we've got paths, you know, going from the windmill to our barn as we did before, and from that to our bridge as we did before. But we now have them going to our farmhouse, you know, back to the path that connects to the bridge, and then all the way down to our, you know, new little staircase. Yeah, you know, I like it a lot, so it's coming out great. But again, you know, thank you to those two for welcoming someone, you know, and having a little conversation with them. I love it. We should talk amongst each other more. So, you know, I actually, let me see here. Okay. Now, yesterday I answered more of your comments. As you know, I try to all the time. And again, I might not say this correctly, but Adal and Michelle Games and Fun is the name of this person. They said, "Hi, can you give me a shout out? I love you. You're my favorite YouTuber. I've been watching you since I got Minecraft during Christmas. I love you." You know, and then, as you guys know, I don't do random shout-outs. You know, I don't just, you know, make a video and, you know, do a shout-out. So I said, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me that you enjoy my videos so much. I hope you understand, but I don't really do shout-outs. And you know what? There was two different ways they could have, you know, replied to this, basically. Was they could have been mad, you know, or they could have been nice and understanding. And they did choose to go nice and understanding with it, and they said, "Thanks anyway for replying because I love you, so bye," and then they left 2 hearts and 3 smiley emojis. So you know what, Adal and Michelle Games and Fun, you do get your shout out, because we're doing this video where it's all post-com, and that's what we're doing today, but you know, it's also because you replied nicely to me. There's one thing you know, it's really hard for me is when you guys ask me to do something for you and I can't, or I say no. You know, I'm always worried that you are going to be mad at me, you know, or like freak out and unsub. I've actually had people do that before for stupid things, man. You know, like, I don't know. Dude, I can't even think of them right now, but it's just, yeah. So, Adal and Michelle Games and Fun, you're all right. Thank you so much. I love you too. So there you go. You earn your shout. So yeah. You know something else, you guys? I love how often, you know, most of you, so many of you tell me I love you. And you know what's funny too about it is that a lot of you used to say I love ya. You know, or you'd say I love you, no homo. So, you know, saying I love ya is a way of making it a little more impersonal. You know, so it doesn't quite come off as creepy, if that's what you're worried about. You know, I'm saying, like, you know, if you say, you know, I love you to, like, you know, someone who you don't really know, you know, like from you to me, as opposed to I love ya, you know what I'm saying? That's like your slangy way of saying I love what you're doing, you know, I think you're really cool. But saying I love you is like, you know, I love you, right? But yeah, I notice a lot more nowadays, though, that all of you are just saying I love you, not I love ya. And you are saying I love you and not putting no homo. So, you know, thank you guys, and I love you too. I mean, you know that, I really do. And I think it's great that you're now comfortable enough to just say I love you, or, you know, I love you without saying, you know, no homo or whatever. You're comfortable enough with me now to just, you know, to say that. And you know what, I do. I love you. I care about all of you. I honestly, truly do. And, you know, when I say I love you, I actually do love you. I have love for you. It's platonic, you know. I mean, I'm not in love with you, but, you know, if something bad were to happen to you, I would cry. I would be sad. You know, I love you guys. I care about you. So, absolutely. All right. Now, more and more and more terraforming, as you know. As you guys know from a previous video, I either went through and showed you that where my, I hate that the camera went down through the ground like that. You know, where I built the farmhouse, you know, my, the ground right there was like 8 blocks lower, man. It was freaking low, guys, okay? As you know, because I've said it. So, yeah, I filled in you know, thousands of blocks of dirt, tons and tons of dirt. And, you know, I did it again here, too. You'll see I raised the ground, I think 3 blocks here. I wasn't totally paying attention in my video. It was either 3 or 4 blocks. So, you know that the ground all through this area was much, much lower. And I went through and I raised it all up like a bunch. It's freaking crazy, man. And, you know, that's why this took like 15, 18 hours too, dude. It would have been like maybe, I don't know, 5 to 6 hours less if I didn't have to go and gather all the dirt, you know, and go through and, man, raise the ground. Oh, God, it's like takes forever. It's crazy. But, you know, what's cool is I do, you know, have a beacon set up. And so that's cool. It's set up for speed, so we can move around a little quicker. Unfortunately, though, it only affects you out for a 50 block radius. I don't know. I feel like they need to do, you know, an update. Make it go out like 70 or 75 blocks maybe. I mean, you know, 50 blocks is not like just a whole lot. And it takes a lot to build, dude. You know, I mean, you gotta go to the freaking nether, man. You gotta farm wither skeleton skulls. You gotta, you know, kill the wither, which is hard. And then you have to freaking, you know, use a million bajillion ingots of iron or whatever, you know, to make it function and work too. So it's like, dude, throw 25 more blocks in there for me, man. You know, make it go 25 blocks further out. That would just be great, man. You know, I worked hard for this too, so let's, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, gripe over. Just want you to know that. Alright, so, and yeah, let's see here, what else? You know, a lot of people are still asking me what the texture pack is, and guys, if any of you who don't know what the texture pack is or haven't seen my reply comments to those asking what the texture pack is, the name of the texture pack is Faithful 32 by 32. It's the default texture pack, just with 32 by 32 pixels instead of the standard 16 by 16 pixels. So, you know, that's why it's called Faithful, because you're being faithful, you know, to the original default pack. It's just extra, you know, extra pixels, a little bit more of an HD version, man, and I freaking so love it too. I love it. I'm never changing this pack. No. I mean, you know, I may do a video or something with a different pack if I feel like it at some point, you know, just because it'd be kind of cool to see what other packs they are, you know, and what they make my world look like, but I will not be playing in any other packs, like, you know, legit. Yeah, several what texture pack are you using comments on this video. You know, I don't want to mispronounce this, but I'm going to try and say this. Sohcahtoa, you know, I'm not totally sure. It's spelled Sohcahtoa. Sohcahtoa, maybe, something like that. I don't know, I'm sorry. But, you know, this person, I don't really recall seeing too many comments from this person in previous videos. But you know what? I don't know. I've been seeing, like, you know, maybe, like, in the last 4 or 5 videos or so, that I recall, I've been seeing more and more comments from this person. And, you know, they're all great. You know, they're all so nice. I mean, they're talking about, you know, how, you know, my channel's come such a long way, and, you know, I'm doing this and that good and all this. So, Sohcahtoa, or Sohcahtoa, however you say that, says, favorite Minecraft YouTuber ever. You're really outdoing yourself with this season. You know, good job. Thank you. And, you know, I'm glad I'm outdoing myself. And I hope you mean, you know, outdoing myself with good builds. Because, you know what, again, as I've said in Season 2, Season 1, and this season now, you know, is the point of these seasons, you know, these Let's Plays, is to push myself. You know, that's what I want to do. I mean, I'm here to push myself. To, you know, make builds happen that I couldn't do last season, you know, because I didn't know how. I didn't have the skill, maybe. You know, things I wasn't able to do in the first season, which is pretty much most everything that I do now. You know, I mean, I have, like, so much more skill now compared to first season. And, you know, the first season wasn't too bad either. You know, I mean, it was good, but comparatively, my builds, you know, I mean, no, most of you have seen Season 1. They're like on a freaking way different level now. But, I don't know. I think it's great you think that too, because I'm trying to, you know, I want to outdo myself, man. I want to freaking push myself and get my builds, you know, to that next level. So, Jim's Plays HD. You know, man, I've been wanting to shout at you for a while now, dude. Jim's Plays HD, another very active fan. And you know what? Jim's Plays HD, dude, has never said anything negative, basically. And you know, I mean, those of you who are fans, you know, and who enjoy what I do, by all means, you guys can criticize me. You know, if you think there's something I could have done better, then share that with me. Just share it in a respectful manner. And as long as you do that, you know that I'll be cool with it. If it's truly how you feel and you say it respectfully, then it's cool, dude. I'll have no freaking problem with you whatsoever. But Jim's Plays has never really said anything negative to me. He's always saying something really nice and really supportive. And you know what, dude? I just have to say thank you for that, man. He says, so close to 18K subs. I'm so hyped. And I am so hyped, too. Yeah, man, I'm freaking stoked, dude. Grizzly Hog says, those shutters won't even close your windows at all. They're either too big or too small. That's why I never used it as shutters. The wooden trap doors I'm putting on the outside of my house for shutters. And I know, dude, Grizzly Hog, I know that they don't, like if they were to close over my windows, they would not actually close over my windows fully. I know, dude, and, some of you that might be bothering, but I'm not trying to do it in realistic terms necessarily. It's something to do for added detail because, I'm not trying to over detail the outside of my house. I don't want to throw a bunch of fence posts and crazy things on it like I normally do. But the outside of a house looks much better if it's got some detail to it, and those wooden trap doors used as shutters, whether they fit the window or not, do a good job, of like making that extra bit of detail. So now let's talk about what I'm doing in the video here really quick. And as you can see, I have like cut so many trees down, like all through here, and like I did, leveling out the ground some more. And so as I was, coming through here and, opening up this area, I saw this, little part where the ground just goes whoop and dips in. And I was like, what? That has a great shape to it. That would make an excellent lake. So, that's what I did, dude. Took me, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 minutes to do, but I made it into a lake. I don't know, how high did I probably do like 5 or 6 blocks deep. I'm not sure. And yes, I did do every level of water. I didn't just do, the top layer of water and let it flow in and, close up to make a source. I did every level buckets of water. And, the reason why is because if you don't do that and you have a lake that's more than 1 block deep, then where you didn't actually put sources under the water, it will pull you down like an undertow, and I wanted to, if I ever swim in this lake or whatever, I wanted to swim freely, not be sucked down by the, force of the water. So, yeah, I went ahead and just did, buckets all the way through. So, yeah. But, dude, it's cool. It comes out great. What are we at so far in the video now? We're working on our 4th level. Oh, man. So, yeah, dude, I did, I think 5 or 6. I'm on 4th right now, so I think it was 6. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see in the video. And you know what else, too? If you look up there towards the top center of your screen, you'll notice, though, there's a little bit of water coming out of that mountainside, too. And I was like, you know what? I didn't even notice that when I made this lake the first time. But, as I went through and I was cutting out trees and getting it all set up, I was like, you know what? That is freaking perfect, man. Like, I can use that to do a waterfall into this lake. That is some good shiz. So, all right, I went ahead and I made a cool little waterfall out of that, too. Now in a minute, though, you guys will see. So, yeah, now you know. All right, cool. Let's see. Donovan Simmer says, you are probably one of the best. Why is my comments were like scrolling through and I'm not even doing anything. You are probably one of the best YouTubers I watch. Oh, wait, you are the best I watch. Thank you, Donovan. You are a legend, man. Thank you very much, dude. Now, I'm not sure at all how to pronounce this. Ererts Martin. It's Eeraertsmaarten. Ererts Martin. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name and totally butcher it, dude. But yeah, he's also very active too, and I want to say thank you for that, bro. And also he asks, is the name tag also working for PS4? Great vid. And yes, dude, absolutely. The cool thing that I showed you with the name tag, that does work for PS4 and consoles. That's where I first learned it. And there's also another name tag trick you can do, which if I can remember to, I will show you here in a soon-to-be future video. Oh, this is cool. Look, it's like you're falling down the waterfall. You know, wee splash into the water. I thought that was cool. Yeah. But, so, you know, I'm doing this tree, and I wanted it to look cool, but I wanted it, you know, to kind of be one of those tall, you know, twisted, gnarled looking trees that's like, you know, dead but not dead. It's like, you know, I think I'm gonna name it the Undying Tree. So yeah, it's as you know from watching it, it's made out of acacia wood. You know, that gray color on the bark and that red color, I don't know, it makes it look like, you know, a good dead tree. So we do a lot of really big branches coming off of it, you know, just really, you know, gnarled and mangled looking, really cool, jagged. Yeah, and I think it came out awesome, man. So yeah, and then what I wanted to do, you know, with this tree is, and of course you can see the transformation, you know, of this also. And then what I do with the tree, as you will see here in a few minutes, is I hang, you know, glowstone and end rods off of it using iron fences, and I think it looks really cool too. So, you know, I'm very, very happy with how the tree came out. It's awesome. Oh, man, let's see here, dude. Elzium Plays. It's either Elkzium Plays or Elzium Plays. Says, I love how he makes long videos. Well, he appreciates that, man. And you know, he makes long videos, dude, because 20 minutes is not enough for me to do anything. And I don't like to make those kind of videos where it's just cut, 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 action, action, action. You know, I don't want to pander to those who have short attention spans. And you know what, that might sound mean, but, you know, that's true. I feel like, you know, it doesn't have to be cut, cut, action, action for there to be substance to a video. You know, I mean, you getting to learn about me in those slower parts is what helps a video have substance, you know, in my opinion, to me. There's a lot of bigger YouTubers who I wish would kind of do that a little more, you know, so I could feel like I knew them more personally. You know what I'm saying? So, yay. We've got Demon Oborn. Hey, Sav, I haven't been watching all of your vids recently, only about half of each. I'm sorry for this, but I think school hates me. I've had so much work to do, and I just wanted to say sorry for not watching as much. Now, Demon, it's totally cool, dude, and I know this is the case for a lot of you. Now, school is far more important than me and my videos. You know, school affects you and your entire life, so by all means, you guys do not feel bad about having to put school, you know, in a priority over this channel. It's all right, and I fully 100% commend and support you in that. As a man who is, I consider myself a man of knowledge, you know, I can very much support and admire you for that. So keep it up, you know, kill that, man, kill it. Kill those tests, rock the school, bro. And let me see here now. You know, if I can find his comment. There's someone, here we go. You know, man, I can't talk about loyal, you know, faithful fans, really active fans, and fans, you know, who post so many nice things about me without talking about this next person. Leighton Thompson. I love you too, bro. Man, this dude, he says, hey, I love you, Sav. You are the bomb, with about a bajillion exclamation points and 4 smiley emojis. You know, this dude says, I love you in, like, literally every video I make. You know, I mean, this guy really, really loves me. I mean, I assume it's a guy. Leighton could be a girl. I don't know. But you know what? Whomever you are, whether you're male or female or what, you know what? I love you too. Thank you so much, Leighton. And I really do appreciate all of the kind things you say and that you watch like every video, man. I do. I love it. So thank you. I love you too, Leighton. Yeah, man. You know, Leighton's my homie, dude, you know? Panda Gamer says, in caps, Sav, you are the best YouTuber ever! Thank you, Panda. You are also a legend. You know, there's so many good comments, man, and I hate to, you know, not be able to say all of them, you know, and say all of your names and stuff, and, you know, it's just like, God, man, there's not enough time in the day, dude. So I'm just gonna rattle off a few names really quick. We got Josh 00MSP. What's up, man? Love you, bro. Dude, we've got Rocket CH. What's going on, man? You know who you is. The Dangerous Asak. Bradley Collins. What's going on, bro? Love you, dude. Thanks a lot, man. Seamus Plays. Mr. Rob Dobalina. Noah00, Survival Gamer 123, CX Sanity, whom I haven't heard from in a while, so it's good to hear from you, dude. Thanks a lot, man. Yeah, and we've got Cooliest Gamers, just, so freaking many people, dude. Blue 2 Dragon, I can't ever keep up, dude. Sorry if I did not say your name, but that does not mean that I don't appreciate you and care about you ever so very much. Alright, thank you guys. I am running out of time here, and you know what? I've been talking a lot, so my voice is going a little bit, and my throat's kind of dry. But yeah, thank you so much, you guys, for all of your support. It means the world to me, and I hope you know that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, and kind of the nature of it and what I was doing, how I was mentioning you and just, like kind of talking and riffing a little bit. Let me know if you would want me to do some videos, like this, more videos like this in the future. Let me know what you think about that. So, seriously, thank you so much, guys. I love you all. And really quick at the end of this video, I'm going to show you what this build looks like in a shader pack. It's the BSL Standard pack. And I'm going to show you what it looks like really quick, in the very end of this video, which is about to be here in just a second. So you know what? I hope you enjoy, and check this out in the shaders pack, dude. It looks absolutely stunning, man. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything, for all that you do, and I will see you guys very soon in the next video. Thank you so much, my friends. I love y'all. Bye-bye.